Yes, that's where he likes to hit the seamers, on the offside. He can get it over the fieldsman behind square, or if he hits it in the middle, he could get it through extra cover. You see how he opens the face of the bat there.
Wait.
Michael Gastrovich, next man in, looking very thoughtful about it all. Martin on strike. That's a wide. Well, he's got away with it. I think perhaps the fact that it was a well-disguised slower ball was the thing that resulted in Martin missing it, but it was quite wide.
Well, Warne really went after that. This Prasad is looking to mix things here. He's trying to bowl a fuller length and every now and then slipping in the slower delivery so that the batsman doesn't get into any sort of groove, doesn't start anticipating what he's going to do.
Actually Warne on strike, isn't it? That's nicely cut away.
No.
The end of the over, 241 for 7. Two overs to go. Oh, he's hit that one way down the ground. It's going to go way over the top of Sadhu's head for 6. Well, and well taken as well. Yes, what he wants the wicket. Well, it was nicely caught, but unfortunately it was about 15 metres over the line.
Well, it's always a contest between Warne and Kumble. On that last occasion, Warne really got stuck into that one.
There's that cut shot of his. That's going down to the boundary as well. Will it make it? Yeah, that's well played. Oh, yes. Kumble getting really frustrated. He's been hit for 3 sixes so far in this innings. This was a good shot of Warne. Just watch this. Right off the meat of the bat.
This was the earlier one. He really got stuck into that one and hit it way back over long on. And a good catch there in the crowd. Second, third attempt, he's got it. And he followed that up with a very good square cut. So this is a good over for Australia.
Well, he didn't pick that one up at all. Yes, the way he's playing now is the reason why I thought that he might just have been sent up the order. He had quite a bit of Warne in this sort of frame of mind. It can be very dangerous. He's pretty strong. He'll be going for another big one now. 251 for 7. They could get it up to 270 if he has a good over or two. Oh, well bowled. There's nothing you can do about that. That is a quick one at his toes. So 2 more balls from Kumble. Look at this delivery.
Well, I think this is the kind of length he's going to look to bowl at Warne from now on, every time he comes on strike.
So Martin now has a chance to see if he can get one away. Full toss, just over pitching a little bit, but only one. Well, we've got a match on our hands here. 253, so I think India now are going to have to make the highest score under lights to win the match. That's in this place, in Saja. Going for it, and I think they'll get through. Yes, he's there. Well, that's a good over for Australia. 13 from it. Well, there it is, 254 for 7, 1 over to go, and Prasad is going to be tested here. I think he'll probably look to bowl a couple of slower balls. He'll look to bowl a couple of Yorkers. And a couple of full tosses, but this one's been hit beautifully down the ground. Well, you don't often get those full tosses away as confidently as that one. This gives you an idea of how strong Warne is. He got that one right off the meat of the bat. I think he likes the bat. Not easy bowling the last over in these one-day matches. It's a bit of a stressful business. You really have to get it up in the block hole to be really effective and bowl good slower balls. Very hard to adjust if the slower ball is well disguised. 259. He's chipped that in the air. This will be out. Yes, a little lollipop catch as well. That's good bowling. I think it foxed Ward. He was going to wind up and smash it away. It looked like that slower ball again. And he just checked his shot, and it ended up just lobbing up in the air.
Yes, but he's done his job for Australia, Shane Warne. Again, that slower delivery. And I think Shane Warne initially was looking to pull it, but the length wasn't there. Just managed to chip it up in the air on the onside. And he's been dismissed for 19. Australia in a good position now, 259 for 8.
That's been hooked away down towards deep square leg. That's a good shot from Damien Martin. Bouncing away down towards the fence at deep mid-wicket for 4. So 263 for 8. And we just show you that last delivery, a short one, pulled away down towards mid-wicket. Lovely shot from Damien Martin. Bouncing away right in the middle of that gap. He does play that shot very well. It's still there, the gap. Anything short, he'll hit it in that direction. You know, there he goes again. Just a little bit wide outside off stump that time. Right, let's have another look at the wicket.
Again, the slower delivery, and one looking to chip it on the onside. Just managing to hit it in the air for a simple catch for Harbhajan. I think what did him here was the ball just not coming onto the bat. He was into that shot a little too early, and Harbhajan making no mistake.
Right, so the last ball now of the Australian innings. They've got 263, and they'll be going for the big one. Right, he'll come back for 2 here. Touches down, in comes the throw as well. This will be close. I think he's got him. Yes, that's run out. They'll only get 1. Well, I think he's given him at last. I think he was out by a long way, actually. Let's have a look. Sadu, good fielding today. Have a look at the throw.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. He didn't even ask for the third umpire, Steve Buckner, and for that reason. But then Damien Martin had to go for it. It was the last ball of the innings. He was trying to get as many as possible. Sidhu, the man who threw that ball straight to the keeper's gloves, but on the whole, a good performance this by Australia on winning the toss.
So there it is, the Australian batting card. A great start. Warren Gilchrist, they're getting him off to a fast start. And then Ponting, Moody, Bevan all chipping in with 40s and 30s and a 50 there. And Damien Martin, that 30 off 28 balls, very useful at the end. Shane Warne too, 19 off 12 balls. It seems to me that the lower order in the Australian side know exactly what to do in these circumstances. So 264 for 9. From India's point of view, Harbhajan Singh there, 3 for 41. He was the most prolific wicket taker. But some good bowling. But I thought today that they were backed up with some really classy fielding. This Indian side have lifted their game in the field. And today was certainly a good performance by them.
Hello, I'm
Sachin Tendulkar, Sourav Ganguly, the 2 men coming out. Tendulkar is in wonderful form at the moment. Ganguly made 100 the other day, and they're a super opening pair, right-hand, left-hand combination.
Steve Waugh deciding on just the one slip, and the other catching man is a short cover fieldsman. Damien Fleming around the wicket immediately. And he beats Ganguly, as he did in the final a couple of times, outside that off stump. Ganguly looked there as though he hadn't quite got accustomed to the light yet.
You know, what I would have loved to have seen is instead of the Indians sticking to the same batting order, which is Ganguly 1, Ganguly taking strike and Tendulkar being at the non-strikers, then I would have liked to have seen Tendulkar take the first ball. Because immediately now, after that first delivery, which went past the batsman's edge, there is a doubt which has crept in Sourav Ganguly's mind. Batsmen, of course, are known by the way they quickly get used to the fact that there will be the odd ball that will go past the bat and forget about it. But the way Ganguly looked at the bowler, it made one feel that maybe it's preying on his mind.
Ganguly off the mark. So Tendulkar will now be on strike, and even that is cheered vociferously here in Sharjah.
Yes, this is a predominantly Indian crowd of Indian supporters here. Plenty of them now that they know that India is batting second and chasing a big target. 264 come down to watch because they know that the Indians will have to hurry along. So they know that they could be in for some fireworks.
And Tendulkar off the mark, pushing it to Lehman at third man. I wouldn't mind betting a few of the husbands around town contribute to those fireworks going off. They'd be delighted that it's all over and their wives can't spend any more money.
Well, I think you do women a little bit of injustice there. With equal number of husbands who spend a lot of money.
That's nicely timed. No chance for Kaspovic.
Saurav Ganguly loves the ball in that region. Wasn't quite pitched up, but he's played it on the up. And he's played it with a slightly open face bat.
Before the start of this over, Damien Fleming asked the captain for a gully fieldsman for the left-hander. So the short cover is out now for Ganguly. Mark Waugh is in the gully.
It's the Australian field placing spin spot on. Tendulkar does tend to hit the ball up in the air in that region at mid-wicket, either trying to flick it or pull it.
No one at fine leg.
Well, if the fielder is in the circle at short fine leg, the bowler has to be very accurate. You simply cannot afford to stray on the leg side. And particularly if you're bowling to a batsman of Tendulkar's class, he's going to quickly size it up.
Just watching a bit of cricket in the last 12 months or so, Sonny, I think there's definite places for, in this one-day game now, for guys who can leg glance very well. So often now we see fine leg up. At the moment, batsmen are trying to really flick the ball through the onside. I think the old-time players who just let the ball come onto the bat and then just roll the wrist for the leg glance, I think that shot might come back into vogue. And those sort of players will become very prolific. Talking to Abdul Rahman Bakata, a man who had the vision to start cricket here in Sharjah, and he was telling me the lights are from Australia. Oh, he's bowled him. A little bit of late in swing there from Michael Kaspovic, as the batsman indicates. That's a good piece of bowling.
Not only is it a very good piece of bowling, that is a big blow for India. The man in form, the man with 100 in his previous game. Look at the swing that Michael Kaspovic has got. The wide ball does swing a lot. It's beaten Ganguly as he tried to force the ball to the onside. He's out for 8. India have lost their first wicket for 15.
Mohammad Azharuddin batting at number 3. Well, there's a hint of outswing there as well. Michael Bevan at third man. Lovely conditions for cricket now. There's a bit of breeze around. It's a lot cooler as we move into the night phase. And the lights are very bright. Yes, apparently the lights are actually from Australia, the towers from Malaysia. Well, that's an excellent shot. Wasn't all that short. Right off the middle of the bat. Can't afford to bowl there to Azharuddin. That's a lovely shot. As Azharuddin shows there. We're just talking about what a cosmopolitan cricket ground this is. The umpires these days from all different parts of the world. Ian Robinson from Zimbabwe, a very casual character, very placid temperament, as has this man, Steve Bucknor from Montego Bay in Jamaica. I don't think you could get two more laid-back umpires than these two. Oh, no fine leg. So 2 balls on the pads in this over, and they've both been dispatched. Oh, he caught the edge. The second slip is out for Tendulkar. He may not have caught it, but he would have gone very close.
Well, it didn't go in the direction he intended to play. He's trying to work it to the onside. The late movement defeating his shot. Michael Kasprowicz not very impressed, because not only was there a possible chance if there had been a second slip, it's also gone for a boundary. But as far as the Indians are concerned, it doesn't matter how the runs come, so long as they come and keep coming.
Well, that'll disappear. Bowling on his pads. Kasprowicz is annoyed and immediately turns on his heel and starts walking back to his mark.
But this is not an easy shot to play at all. To play the shot wide of mid-wicket is not an easy shot. But the little champion has made it look very simple. Lovely placement. Lovely transfer of weight onto the front foot, and look at the full face of the bat.
He's on the charge, Tendulkar. This is magnificent batting.
Steve Waugh, he's got some problem. If Tendulkar continues to bat like this, just showing now, having played that delightful flick to mid-wicket, that he doesn't favor any particular side. He's now shown that he can play fluently on the offside as well.
What did W.G. Grace say? I don't like defensive shot. You only get 3s.
Yes, Dr. Grace was one of a kind. Sachin Tendulkar is one of a kind too. 6 boundaries in that 29. The strike rate 170. Well, that's what India need if they're going to get to that target of 264.
They've been looking for 2, but not with Michael Bevan. Azharuddin doing the right thing here. Tendulkar is on fire, and he wants to give him as much strike as possible. This is how he started the over.
Yes, that's good thinking. This one didn't quite go in the direction he intended, but this one certainly did. And this one definitely did.
Well run. 15 off the over. India 45 for 1. Edge. And it's gone between keeper and slip. Good effort from Darren Lehman. That edge coming off a no ball, so it wouldn't have mattered if it was caught.
Azharuddin just trying to open the face of the bat and try and play it backward of point. Very good effort there by Darren Lehman. The Australians giving it everything, and that's the reason why the Indians need to make the most of their first 15 overs. It won't be easy with the Australian fielding to score boundaries later on.
Steve Waugh just doing a few loosening up exercises. Maybe to just relieve a bit of the tension at the moment he's feeling, or maybe he's going to say, well, if you want the job done, do it properly. If you want it done properly, do it yourself. Good slower ball there from Damien Fleming. Steve Waugh started to bowl late in the one-day series in India. Bowled in Delhi in the match before the final, and then bowled also in the final. Edge, and Tendulkar is gone. He looks at the umpire to see if Steve Bucknor's heard it, and he had.
Well, this was short, and this was also a little wide. That is what tempted Mohammad Azharuddin into going for the big slash, trying to slash it over the head of the fielder in the slip. Unfortunately for him and India, just managing to get a tickle. Gilchrist completing the job. And India have lost their second wicket for 48.
Damien Fleming has just left the field. Robertson has come out as substitute. He's at short fine leg. We saw Damien Fleming just holding his stomach in the last over when he bowled. So this is good bowling by Moody so far in this over. He's trying to bowl as straight as possible. There's the general manager of the Princeton Hotel, where the entire television crew is staying. At least the commentators are. And the hospitality extended has been wonderful.
Sidhu is quite a good player, square of the wicket on the offside, and very powerful on the onside and straight down the ground. So that's why he's such a good foil to Tendulkar. Bit of pressure on Tom Moody, but he's responded well.
Well, this is a very good over so far. He's doing the right thing here. He's not trying to experiment too much when he's bowling to Sidhu. He knows he's the new man in. He's going to try and keep it as straight as possible to him, not give him the room Greg Chappell was talking about outside the off stump, because that's an area Sidhu favours.
The big thing that Moody's been able to do is keep Tendulkar away from the strike, and that is very important at this stage.
And it's frustration that brings about Sidhu's dismissal. He was kept quiet. He tried to break free. Chose the wrong ball to hit, and the result is that he's walking back to the pavilion.
Well, I think Sidhu became aware of the fact that he'd kept Tendulkar away from the strike for a long time and thought that he'd better hit a boundary to make up for it. That's the sort of pressure that you've got to apply to opposition sides, and in the end a fairly soft dismissal with Lehman taking the catch at mid-on. So Moody is struck, Sidhu is out for 11, and India 63 for 3.
The big crowd in now, just short of the crowd for the India-New Zealand match the other evening. But it'll be close to 18,000 tonight, I reckon, just about a capacity. And that's for a thickish edge. Jadeja thinks it's much more fun than does Moody. Right off the Q end.
Yes, that one went flying away off the bottom edge of the bat. Stayed down a little bit. Really good line from Moody. He was a bit unlucky there. And the third man again. This time, just the one. Evans down there. 8 runs from the over. 84 for 3, and you can hear the buzz around the ground. There's a good reason for that. It's because Shane Warner's got the ball in his hand. Just giving his cap to the umpire there, and he's marked his run up. Now this will be interesting. 93 matches, an average of 23 per wicket taken, and an economy rate of hovering around that 4 mark. His big value is the wickets he takes. 148 in all so far.
He bowled beautifully against New Zealand last evening, 2 for 28 in 10. And he bowled very well in the final in India. He also did his shoulder a bit of damage yesterday.
Just one bounce, and that'll be cut off. One single. Now, a lot of these folk in this ground have come to watch this contest. Listen to them, the buzz. Tendulkar on strike. Shane Warne in his first over to him. A ring of fieldsmen saving one on the offside, as well as a man sweeping back on the boundary. On the onside, just a deep long on, mid-wicket, deep square leg and deep fine leg. Warne to Tendulkar. Not happy, not entirely happy with his field. He wants the square leg just a little squarer. That's a bit short, that one. He's got it through the gap. That'll go to the fence for 4. So Tendulkar has got the first punch away. Just a bit short, that one from Warne. Understandable in his first over. He's going to be a little rusty. He's got a bit of a problem with his shoulder. But Tendulkar is very severe on anything short, anything slightly loose.
Bit of turn there. He hardly turned any yesterday evening against New Zealand. They're just about all top spinners.
Tendulkar on 49. And this will be easily the fastest 50 of the tournament. That's it. Tendulkar's 50. Very well played indeed. But the job is only half done. Acknowledging the applause here. This is what they've come to see. Shane Warne to continue. It's time to Jadeja.
Good running, Crab!
I was talking about the fact that they were prepared to give Tendulkar the single. Not so with Jadeja. They've got 7 fieldsmen inside the circle for Jadeja. 4 on the offside, 3 on the on, all saving the single to keep him on strike and keep Tendulkar away from it.
Right, we'll just watch the field spread out. They clearly consider that he's pretty dangerous in this area. You can see the 2 fieldsmen coming down now towards the boundary. So it's this area here and that area there. They've got the fieldsmen back on the boundary for Warne, for Tendulkar when Warne's bowling. They want to cover that area. And there's that single that Richie Benaud was talking about. Conceded down to long on. Now that fieldsman will come back in to save the one. Well bowled. He tried to whip that one away on the onside, and Warne doesn't mind seeing batsmen do that. If he's spinning the ball from leg to off, he doesn't mind seeing this. If they try and play it too square on the onside, there's always a chance that the ball gets front edged or it'll just sneak through. Oh, he's got him, yes, well bowled, Shane Warne, beautifully bowled. That was a wonderful bit of bowling and beautifully stumped by Gilchrist as well. He's got him in hook, line and sinker. That's a very important wicket. Shane Warne brought into the attack and he has struck.
Top spinner, top spinner, top spinner. And then the one that left him. Beautifully done. Great cricket.
Kanetka is the new batsman. 94 for 4 now, India. Moody continuing, and once again they concede a single. So Tendulkar takes one and gets down to the non-strikers end. Well, this is good bowling by Shane Warne. Just watch this. That did turn. That was a beautiful ball. It turned, beat everything, and nicely done. That was beautifully taken by Gilchrist as well.
That was a classic. He beat him in the flight and just drifted towards his pads. I reckon Jadeja thought he had it covered, and then that sharp spin for the first time. Kept the ball going straight at Jadeja, straight after ball after ball. And bounce as well.
Yes, that's beautiful bowling. You just watch how far he's down the wicket here, stranded. Beautiful length. Got him out and got him. And I think Gilchrist might have enjoyed that as well.
Not easy for a keeper if Warne is doing what we're just saying, that he's bowling top spinner after top spinner, but sometimes with side spin on the ball, sometimes overspin. Gilchrist has the job of knowing when the dipping leg break is going to come. He's got to be alert for it.
Oh, Rishikesh Kanetka wants to be a little careful outside that off stump to Moody. He's a tall man, he gets a little bit of bounce, and he's of course angling across him as well. Just trying to run that one down to third man. He's bowled well, Moody. 6.4 overs, 1 for 24. Lots of responsibility on the shoulders now of Tendulkar. But he's capable of anything. So while he's out there, absolutely anything can happen. However, things have gone a little quiet. The crowd at one stage were jumping out of their seats. They've just settled down a little bit. I think they're starting to worry a little bit. Oh, that would have been out. And I think the batsman has actually got his bat caught up with his knee there as he's tried to run his bat in. It looked to me as if his bat might have got caught up and then jabbed his knee. I'll tell you what, he would have been out though if the ball had hit the stumps. Just a little dab down there. He was laid out of the blocks. Here he comes now. There we are. You see, he would have been out by miles. And there's the bat. You can see the bat there. I think just got stuck in the ground a little bit and then hit him right on the handle. Hit him right on the end of the knee. 97 for 4.
When it comes to the big boxing events in 90 Fury.
Required run rate just going up a little.
In! Got him, Bob, got him!
Back for the second. Good running. Yes, I think that'll be his strategy now. He's been settling for the one. He'll be looking for twos. I think he's also realised that he's probably got to see Warne off. I think that's probably what's going through his mind. If I can keep batting, picking up perhaps 3 or 4 and over off Warne, and still be when his spell's finished, we may have a chance of winning.
Come on, Warnie. 5.
Oh, well played. He's got that one away fine as well. They get another 2. He may even look for 3. No, he's going to settle for 2. And what's more, that brings up the 100 for India.
Just under 5 and over now. There's the man who bears all the responsibility. He started off in blazing fashion. Now the wickets are falling.
Into the gap. This time he'll have to settle for the 1. Well, he won't mind that, because if he's got 2 2s and a single, that's already 5 off the over. Another little discussion here between Steve Waugh and Shane Warne about the field, and I think talking about whether or not they should push another one back on the onside. Well, quite an interesting field here. A very strong offside field. Got it through the packed offside field. Back for 2 as well.
It was good running, but it was brilliant fielding as well. Lehman has got round to that and deliberately thrown on the bounce.
Just kept that one out, and they've had to go down the other end. Waugh always looking for an opportunity. Another single.
So not much to choose between the 2 sides at this stage, apart from the fact that India had lost 1 extra wicket. Australia then did well to reach 264. And this is a good hit from Karnatka. It's a very good hit. 4 runs.
Very, very straight hit. Almost absolutely perfectly over the top of the stumps. Terrific follow through. That's good hitting when you hit as straight as that. This will give you a good idea of how straight Karnatka hit it. When it comes down, it's virtually over the top of umpire Robinson's head.
Tom Moody has decided to do something different. He's now coming round the wicket to Karnatka. Obviously trying to tuck him up, not allowing him to use his arms. The crowd now have really got into this game. One thing for sure is that till this man remains, Tendulkar, the interest in this match will be sustained.
Now this over, Tendulkar has once again been looking on. If this goes on for too long, they might pick up his wicket through frustration.
Yes, again a single of the last ball, so Karnatka will keep the strike. He's played 24 out of the last 30 deliveries, 114 for 4. Andrew Kokinos has been appointed as the physiotherapist of the Indian team just recently. He's from Melbourne, Australia.
Down.
They look for two here and get it easily. Edged and dropped. He had the slip in the position just for that kind of delivery. Found the outside edge. Steve Waugh could hold on to that. 3 runs coming off that shot. And Shane Warne a little unlucky.
Well, there we are. We've got another change, and so this is going to be Bevan now. Well, this will be interesting. This is a bit of a gamble here. A couple of overs from Bevan, perhaps. He's inclined to bowl quite a few loose deliveries, and then all of a sudden he comes up with an absolute gem of a ball. A lot of the batsmen find it quite hard to pick his googly. Bowls it fast. So Tendulkar on strike.
What India must not try to do is try and hit Bevan out of the attack. What they must try and do is to try and get a run of just about every ball, because he is bound to bowl the odd loose delivery. He's not a regular bowler. He might have 26 wickets there, but he's not a regular bowler, so he will bowl the loose ball.
Now it'll be interesting to see what tactics Tendulkar employs. He's played so sensibly. I suspect he'll have a good look at him. He won't want to do anything silly. He'll wait for the loose ball. He'll be aware that he's going to receive the odd loose one from him, and he'll try and punish that.
Yes, that's important. When the loose delivery comes from Michael Bevan, then Tendulkar must try and, or Rishikesh Kanetkar must try and hit it for a boundary. Not to worry too much about the fact that there will be a couple of dot balls in Bevan's over.
Yes, quite right. Very wide. It'll take a little time to settle down, Bevan. Be a little tense too. He's bowling to the best batsman in the world. They'll be looking for runs in that area. You see bowls are just outside off stump, and they certainly Tendulkar plays that little late cut beautifully.
Yes, he's been playing shots behind the wicket very nicely, just waiting for the ball to come on to him till the very last moment, whether it's playing that little nudge outside the off stump or the leg glance.
Oh, he's got that one away fine as well. It's running all the way down to the boundary, and that'll go all the way. Well, just offline, and a little bit of bat on it, another 4. That was sensible. It's the other thing that is going for India here is the fact that Fleming is off the ground. In fact, he's just come back on, but there was a suggestion that he might have torn a muscle somewhere around his tummy area. If he can't bowl, that'll be a major problem. Oh, big appeal, that's out. Yes, he's plumb LBW. Well, now that wasn't a very clever shot. He was trying to work that away on the onside, a dead straight delivery, and Steve Waugh has struck. Now this could make all the difference. Just that momentum, that loss of concentration for a second. Watch it again.
Well, he was trying to work it down to the onside. Rishikesh Kanetkar nudged it away for a single, and when he missed it, umpire Robinson didn't have too much time, didn't take too much time to take that decision. He's played well though. Rishikesh Kanetkar for 35, India 161 for 5.
Nine Mongia, the new batsman. Always difficult when you first come in under this sort of pressure. So Fleming is going to be given another go. He's done some loosening up exercises. He looks a little bit stressed, doesn't he? There he goes now. Oh, he's got him. That's a great wicket. Fleming is struck. That's the end of Tendulkar. Well, what a break. First ball, Fleming back into the attack, and he's got him to nick one through to the keeper. And that really will upset Sachin Tendulkar. He's played so well and he looked as if he had himself under control. That wasn't a good shot though. He played a pushy shot at a wide-ish delivery.
Well, we've been saying that from the beginning, that is not his strength. His strength is the drive. This is not what Sachin Tendulkar is good at, because this is really a one-run shot, not a boundary shot. He's so good at playing the drive and getting the boundaries, but that is a big blow as far as India is concerned. Tendulkar out for 80, 161 for 6, and the drinks trolley is on the ground.
Still to come, Venkat Prasad, Harvinder Singh and